That's a good point. You just circled it back to where we began today. And Rich, I'll give you an opportunity to explain it. So it's not just the idea of look what she was doing to him, but this further supports the diagnosis that she was somebody who had two kinds of personality disorder. Not saying that everybody who has this personality disorder would do that, but this is probably something that someone could do given the instability that she talked about.
Right, it all ties together. The point of putting on the expert witness was to give a label and an explanation for what exactly this woman's deal is and to explain it to a jury, and then you show the jury what she did. And there's a lot of bad behavior in this case. I don't think many people would want to be married to either one of them. There's a lot of fighting, there's a lot of yelling, there's people throwing cell phones, there's name calling. But leaving a surprise in somebody's bed, that probably crosses a line that a jury is not going to forgive. That seems to go really a little bit too far from the other kind of stuff we've heard about.
You think?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and I want to focus on that other part too, is, you know, if one of them is found liable and they can't pay that judgment, what happens there, Rich? I mean, she's somebody who was having trouble allegedly making the $7 million payment, let me rephrase, the $3.5 million payment to the ACLU in 2019. She said that she was having financial difficulty. How is she supposed to pay out $50 million? Or how is he supposed to pay out $100 million? Potentially. I'm not saying that's what they would be awarded, but what do you do in that situation?
Well, it's funny. If you don't have the assets, if they don't have the assets, you would garnish their wages. But you've just gone through a trial that's going to make it difficult for her to ever earn money again. So you're really cutting off your source of collection of the damages. But I agree with Nicole. The case isn't really about money damages. The case is about the court of public opinion. If I was on Johnny Depp's team, I'd be trying to settle this case right now. He has done what he set out to do in public opinion. He's got weeks of trial to go where it could get worse. He could settle the case now, get out the victor, and accomplish most of what he wanted to do.
I'm going to follow up with you, Rich, on that real quick, 20 seconds. If he settles with her, doesn't it make it look like she was telling the truth?
No, they could arrange, not at all. They could arrange a settlement where there's an undisclosed financial outcome that they don't have to give. They say nice things about each other. They say this has gone too far and they walk away. Right. And the state of the evidence that the public saw is what we saw this week.
Rich, you're the first person to point that as a possible conclusion, and I think that's fascinating. Maybe that'll happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens here on Law and Crime. Rich, Nicole, thank you both so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. Great analysis. I'm signing off. Anjanette Levy is up next.